Okay, go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Qualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar.
And I'm Sylvia.
And this is episode 1. Guess what? You're in a different universe. You know, if you follow the social medias, Sylvia posted some very interesting things this week. You mind telling them what it was?
Right. So if you guys have been keeping up with the Gurus, you know that Danny was caught cheating on Oscar recently with his ex.
Is that what happened?
And it was very hurtful. Oscar's going through a lot. And so we decided to travel the multiverses to find out, what would happen if Danny would have stayed with his past lover. What happens to Oscar, and we figured...
Not lover, we're related. And by ex, he means ex-podcaster.
Yes. You should, yes. But so we traveled the multiverse and we landed here where we
have a podcast.
Yes, a qualified podcast.
Yeah. So everything we say, you have to take it as gospel.
It is the word.
Yeah, of the Gurus. Yeah, and today, Sylvia really, she's a stan. She's a cult member. She's a Swiftie, and she wanted to talk. She wanted us to talk about like everything going on with the Taylor Swift situation. We're all like, it's gonna be a while before we actually get to record, and it might be too late. So we're all like, oh well, let's just do our own thing, And here we are. Thank you for joining us. This is the Swiftie episode, so if you don't care about that, still watch. We need the clicks. Okay. Yeah. So, Sylvia, you made us drink today. Yeah. You care to explain to me what the hell this is?
Right. So it is a Diet Coke, because Taylor Swift is an ambassador for Diet Coke, and vodka, because according to Taylor, that is her favorite drink. Who knows if she actually likes Diet Coke and vodka, or it's just, an ambassador thing.
It sounds freaking gross to me, but vodka hides behind everything, so
yes,
maybe it's good, but it just sounds gross. So
very low in calories. It's a very healthy drink.
And we never really, think about it. We poured the whole cup.
Yeah, so I guess we have to...
There's not much of a try. Well, let's go.
This is more of a, dedicated Swifties.
Okay, so here's the thing. She has the strawberry vodka. Mm-hmm. So all I am tasting is strawberry vodka. Look at that. It's a Smirnoff. Yeah. So it does not taste bad. At all. But she didn't. Well, I mean, it's not terrible.
I'm definitely getting a lot of the strawberry.
Yeah, that's all I'm tasting. No,
but
I'm not even tasting any
It's good. I
Coke.
could sit around and jam to Taylor Swift and drink this.
Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, well, I mean, what would you give it out of 5?
1 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 5 because Taylor said so. Oh, Jesus Christ. But you know what? It's going to be a 3.5 just because I don't know if this is the vodka Taylor's drinking.
Yeah, I don't think, and definitely not it.
Yeah. Well, we're commoners.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's terrible. I wouldn't go out of my way, so I'll give it a 3. Okay. So let's go. Yeah. It's not the worst thing I've ever had. So that is definitely a good thing.
What is the worst thing you've ever had?
There's have you ever had gin?
No.
Oh, like gin? I think gin is terrible.
Tonic?
Yeah, that's what people drink it as.
With a little olive?
Well, I don't know, but one time my friend used to work for Respect, so he would go drop off, alcohol at like all the bars, and we would get like really good deals because he became friends with the bartender. So we would show up, we would buy like mixed drinks for like $3. So we'd go and get trashed. And then one time he was all like, he was telling me, we were talking about like the worst things we've ever had. And he told me that there's like this gin called like Tangerang or something like that. And I was like, oh, I want to see how bad it is. And he's like, no, bro. He wasn't like egging me on. He was like, no, you don't want to. And it was just as bad as he described it. That thing was awful. So yeah, that is the worst one. And maybe last week's beer. I didn't really like that.
Last week never happened. That was a different universe.
A different universe. I'm sorry, you guys. Well, let's. What are we talking about today? Because you came here
we are talking about everything and anything related to Taylor Swift.
Jesus, I like your vinyl.
Thank you. This is the lavender edition. It's like a Target special one. The day that her album dropped. Like obviously, I was listening to it on Spotify. And I didn't used to have Spotify. I just got it recently because I was told that
you're making real money now.
Yeah. Well, I had the month trial, but then I finally after the month trial ended, I was like, I guess I'll keep it.
I got you.
I see the value in this. But I was just listening to it all day, and then it came out on the radio too. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I forced Tony to take me to like Target. Well, it was like, oh, we ate a lot. Let's go walk, you know. And it was all like a secret plan to go get a vinyl.
Yeah, I got you. No, I have a huge vinyl collection, so I'm excited for people. You know, those look cool. I like that color.
I love lavender.
Yeah, so
which is why
I don't know if you could tell, but it's like a purple variant. Yeah, so it looks really cool. It's a purple marble.
Yes, but I'm excited because I also want to get the jade one. It's really pretty. I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah. I told you whenever I was looking through them that the jade one looked really cool.
It's stunning.
But there's been a lot of controversy behind this whole situation. It's just if you're here, and you probably have heard how terribly expensive the tickets have been.
Oh Lord.
You know, and it's gotten really bad. And not only that, she also had there was also some dumbass controversy over a music video she had. So she's been in the news nonstop for the past month. So you know, it's kind of crazy, and it's funny because you're an actual stan. Like, you know, you're a huge fan. You actually care about herself. So you know, you have to educate me on this. You know, what is it about her that you like? What's your favorite? Okay, let's go with this. What's your favorite album from her?
Oh my God. Okay, so favorite album. Maybe I jammed to Reputation a lot, and so I really genuinely enjoyed Reputation. But I think that I'm a cliche. I love like romance and sad stuff, and so growing up, Taylor just got me. Like she would put out songs exactly when I needed them to be out. Like Sparks Fly, When I Was in Love, We Are Never Ever, you know, right when we were like, it was this on and off again thing that I had with someone. So
she spoke to you.
She spoke to me every single time. And then when the pandemic happened and she wrote This Is Me Trying, that song just like, it's like all this potential that you have as a gifted and talented child, and then feeling like you're suddenly like, she's like, I was so ahead of the curve that the curve became a sphere, fell behind all my classmates, and I ended up here. And it was just like, in a time when I had just gotten cheated on, the pandemic was happening, my friends were like in relationships, having children, and I just didn't have anything, and I had just left Walgreens, so I felt so lost. And there goes Taylor speaking to my soul. That's why I love Taylor.
I know it's you know, to be fair, a lot of people write music for her, so whoever's writing that makes sense.
Excuse me?
So I mean, I wouldn't exactly give her all the credit because I don't know if you know this. They have like giant camps and they give her the best songs ever. Because let's be completely honest, I'm pretty sure she can't relate with any of that. You know,
you know, a lot of things.
No, she cannot. She's been rich since she was like freaking 18 or whatever. When did she come out with Love Story? What was like her first like major hit, right?
When she was a baby.
Yeah, exactly. So she's been like,
but that doesn't mean that she can't relate to
feeling. How can she relate to being left behind by all her peers?
Probably not her peers, but maybe she doesn't feel like she lived up to her potential.
I doubt if you were to ask her, she'd say that she's
Taylor,
a freaking.
Are you living up to your
failure?
Yeah, she's not.
I'm just saying. Look, I'm not trying to crush you because, like, obviously what you felt through those lyrics made sense, you know, and obviously somebody who probably felt that way wrote that. You know,
it would be kind of sad. But imagine if she does feel that way. Then what does that say
about
me and my?
No way in hell she felt that way. There's like we're in a different universe, so maybe this Taylor isn't as popular, you know, as the other ones. But I as far as like feeling success, I'm pretty sure she's at the top of the world.
Yeah, she is.
You know, because I remember
she is the world.
I remember on the Unqualified GuruVerse podcast. We had it's some other universe podcast. We had a conversation about her being an honorary, like, graduated from a university, you know, and people were upset that they were like, oh, you just gotta be famous. But I'm like, everybody going to school for that want to be her. I was like, she's the top. I was like, how is can she not be considered like the measurements of success?
Yeah, I mean, you get honorary degrees because based on your experiences, they're recognizing
they're like, what can we teach you?
I mean, there's so many people like your iPhone guy, the Apple guy, he didn't graduate, right?
Steve Jobs, and look at that thing. You're looking at me.
Yeah, like Steve Jobs, and like there's so many people that didn't continue their education because they didn't. They ended up not needing school.
Yeah, but and I'm pretty sure if they had an honorary degree, people wouldn't be crying. But it's the simple fact that it's art in art form.
Yeah,
that they're all like, so they probably don't feel it's worth as much. But she's literally the peak. She's like. Obviously, what can she learn from a college? I'm like, nobody in that college has ever reached these heights, you know? So at the end of the day, more power to her. Like successful new album. Obviously, everybody loved it. It was all over my feed. But um, there's a big drama going on with Live Nation and Ticketmaster, and that's where I can come in because I heard about all this not having to do with the fandom. You know, uh, Ticketmaster and Live Nation merged. I think like in 2017. So remember those memes? Thanks Obama. It was just a very very bad deal because it monopolized the whole ticket system. Okay, for those of you guys who are unaware, but Ticketmaster owned basically dominated like 80% of the market of selling tickets. Okay, if you wanted to buy a ticket for anything, 80% of everything was run by Ticketmaster. They were like 20% of them were competitors. In our country, we're supposed to not let people monopolize because it literally destroys competition. So
it destroys capitalism.
Yeah, well, fuck capitalism,
I mean,
yeah.
we're supposed to be capitalist.
Well,
economy.
It doesn't destroy capitalism. It's basically like capitalism is the rule because the main person is still making money.
Yeah, but
the
American dream and all of
there
us
is
having
no American dream. Literally, like
right, but it proves that we're all
no. They were explaining how the music industry is run by 3 labels. In the country so gigantic, you only have 3 major labels. Book publishings, I think there's like 5, and one of them is being bought by another one. So there's going to be like 4. There's like no real competition. There's no way you like if you wanted to create your own like publishing company, you eventually get bought out. Like that's what happens with Facebook. Every time there's a new company coming up, they buy it like Instagram. So we're supposed to have a system. They were called antitrust laws to make sure that competition continued. Because the only way to drive down prices is if there's competitors. If I'm selling a product and I hold the only way of getting this product, I can price it out whatever the hell I want.
I mean, that's the problem with Texas, isn't it? And like our energy grid.
Oh yeah, it's because it's running. Yeah, so but that's a completely different thing because we opted not to join the national grid.
We didn't do this.
Well, no, the people who vote did. So that's why you got to vote and Well, like I was saying, so with competition, it's like if I'm pricing it at $50, but you do it too, and you're like, hey, I'll take 45. You've already saved your consumer $5. Now the thing is, with Ticketmaster being the biggest thing, Live Nation are the major. They control most of the
venues.
Not venues exactly. They're promoters, so they get you the acts. So the thing is, they bully the venues because they're like, if you don't use Ticketmaster, I'm not going to bring my artists to you. So they basically plot out like where all the artists go, and they've made it like so awful for everywhere because they control everything. They dominate everything, and it should have never been allowed. So now finally we have actual representatives like looking into this. And even like, if you might hate Joe Biden, like I hate Joe Biden myself, but they're actually looking into these antitrust stuff. They're finally like, nobody before had actually like tried to halt all this domination of like the rich eating the smaller companies until now. So hopefully they live up to what they said. And I think AOC actually was one of the ones that spoke up. What did she say, Sylvia?
Okay, so daily reminder that Ticketmaster is a monopoly. Its merger with Live Nation should never have been approved, and they need to be reined in. Break them up.
Yeah. And whenever you might not think this is as big of a deal, but just wait, because not only do they screw you on ticket prices, but they also have their own resale program that actually like encourages people to price gouge you because they charge you the service fee twice, which is freaking ridiculous. It's like that's what they care about. They're like, if you resell your ticket for way higher, they take a bigger cut. And that's the reason Ticketmaster doesn't do anything about the prices. So they have no incentive. They want to get rich. And, who cares if you can't afford to go see your favorite artist? Who cares, if literally like they're charging you an arm and a leg? And for the longest time, we were all like, oh, well, maybe it's just because, COVID just happened. Maybe a bunch of people want to go see him. But no, that's not the reality behind the thing. It's just there's a monopoly on who controls how much ticket prices are set by.
And it's not just the ticket prices, because then you throw in like stupid service fees, and then of course we're a country that pays taxes, and then you've got to add the big chunk of taxes to it.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I saw the ticket prices were at like $96,000. It's freaking ridiculous.
See, but they messed with the wrong crowd, because it's like Taylor Swift fans are a bit.
Yeah, look at that. A
lot. Oh my
$95,000.
What city is that in?
It's Nevada, so Las Vegas.
Yeah, no. We had like a little text thread when we were trying to get the tickets, and just like everything that was going on.
Look, this is the image, the one that they said about the service fees.
Service fees.
Like whenever they were charging tickets for like $2,000. Huh?
$403.
Is the resale price? No, the tickets were resold at $2,100. Okay.
And so the service fee goes up.
So the service fee goes up because they're taking the percentage, because this is the resale.
Hell no.
Yeah, so the resale, it's $800 for two tickets. It's freaking ridiculous.
Oh my God. That one doesn't even have a facility fee. So ours there's a service fee and a facility charge. Is that what? Oh yeah, order processing fee. Okay, yeah.
No, remember.
No, we have another one.
This is the resale. You bought yours directly through.
Yeah. So I had extra fees because I bought it directly from them?
Well, you don't have a service fee since this is from person to person.
No, I had a service fee.
No, but this is from person to person. The service fee they're getting is for you selling on their platform. Yeah, so it's ridiculous. It's too much. And honestly, unless you have money, like, good luck seeing your favorite artist at any moment right now. Because I remember, dude, I wanted to go see My Chemical Romance, but tickets were like at $350. And I'm like, I love them, but I don't love them that much.
Yeah, like you have to be there super early just to get them, and sometimes Taylor Swift was chaotic.
What was it? People were waiting in line for like 8 hours.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, you were in line. How long were you in line for?
So I didn't get the pre-sale code. This wasn't even the regular sale. This was the pre-sale. And you basically signed up, and it was supposed to be like a raffle. And so I got waitlisted. Yeah. And I didn't, like, my friends were getting their codes like super early, and I got waitlisted like way into the night that I didn't even look at my email anymore because I thought I hadn't gotten it. Yeah. But I mean, I was still waitlist, so it doesn't matter. So two of my friends got it, but one of them just could not access it. And she was like, man, I wonder if it's the school's internet. She's a teacher. Yeah. And she was like, F them kids, respectfully. So she was like, I don't think that. I didn't say who it was, but anyways, she was just kind of like, okay, I can't access the internet. I think it's the school's internet, like whatever. Yeah. And then the other one was like, she was our designated one. She like moved all her meetings around, and it was gonna be fine. She was there at like 10, like right when it opened. An hour passes by, nothing's happening. There's 2,000 people in front of her. Yeah, I know, it's not crazy. Moving.
Everybody was getting that because I had a friend at work who was waiting like for hours. Like his phone was dying. He's like, bro, I need to borrow your cable because I'm in line for freaking Taylor Swift tickets. And I went over to give him the charger, and it said like he was in line and it had 2,000 people ahead of me.
Yeah, 2,000 plus. But like the moment she got in, it was like 2,000 plus people. And she was like, okay, well, I have a meeting. And she was waiting. She's like, well, I have to do my meeting. It's a one-on-one. Like, I can't, like, be the person that looks at their phone discreetly because there's only 2 people in this meeting.
I know, but 2,000 people ahead of you can literally, like, go to work, have a whole work day.
Yeah, she had a whole day because it took us 6 hours and 20-something minutes to get our tickets. I'm
actually, like, it's crazy that you actually got tickets.
She just, like, clicked 5 people, purchased, so they're kind of nosebleeds. We got section 600. It's going to be pretty high up there, right? Yeah. And it wasn't the worst. Like, it was $109 per ticket, $24.45 in service fees, $2 each for facility charges. Yeah. An order processing fee of $6.25, and then taxes were like $10.
Y'all are lucky that she was nice enough to buy everybody tickets.
Yeah, she was our designated. I mean, we had already decided like, what is everyone's budget, and we were shooting for more, but there was just no way. Yeah. Like, I don't think that anyone could access the better tickets anyways. Like, I have another friend, and I like specifically asked on my social media, like, share your experiences with me. And so this girl's been a Taylor Swift fan. Like, Can I give the whole breakdown of her life? Yeah, go ahead. Her life story. So she was born. Go ahead. I'm she's like, I've been a Taylor Swift fan since her name was known. We're talking Tim McGraw era. I went to her Speak Now tour, and it was amazing. For a reason or another, I hadn't been able to see her live again, but I followed her career very closely. She is my favorite artist, even on her worst days. Okay, so
damn, this is a dramatic ass
yeah.
Swiftie.
So both my husband and I signed up to get the pre-sale code. Only I got it. I was so excited. I didn't think I would have as much trouble as I did to get tickets. They were scheduled to go on sale at 10 a.m. I got on the computer at 9:30, like Ticketmaster suggested. There was a live countdown. I was nervous and excited. I had all the feels. 10 a.m. came, and it automatically sent me to a queue that said 2,000 people ahead of you. I was bummed, but I still had faith. So she waited when the queue passed. Then the queue paused for hours. She couldn't refresh it because she was terrified like she would accidentally close it and lose her place in line. It came back around 1 p.m. with the same message, but the line was actually moving this time. When it was my turn to pick the tickets, I was panicking because it sent me to buy tickets literally 15 minutes before having to pick up my daughter from school at 3:30. I knew I had to pick them fast or I would lose them. So, like, her husband...
Wait, pick them up quick, or like the kids or the tickets?
The tickets. She had to pick those tickets up. She was like, oh, my God, because I have to get my kid, you know? So her husband had agreed with her. Like, my husband and I had already agreed that there was no limit to what I would spend on these tickets. But every VIP package I could pick, it kept giving me an error code, even with my pre-sale code. So she tried again and again and again. I had all the damn VIP tickets in the cart, but wouldn't let me check out. It finally kicked me out and put me back on the queue. I cried. So she called her husband at work, told him what happened, and she was just frustrated and she was feeling really sad.
Jeez, I cannot imagine like waiting for so long and then being thrown to the line again.
I mean, like 9:30 in the morning to when you have to pick up your kid from school. So she gets sent back to the queue, and it said 697 people ahead of you. It was this queue and same message lasted for about an hour and a half. So eventually her husband got home by the time I was put back on the page to pick my tickets. So, I mean, we're talking like 5, 6 p.m. probably. There were no VIP packages left. There were only nosebleed tickets, and they were as expensive or more than the VIP tickets were. Earlier, the prices of the tickets were still normal, reasonable prices. The most expensive VIP ticket was $800, and nosebleeds were about $50. But this second time, there were either no seats or what was left in the nosebleeds had gone up to $800, $900. I cried again.
Please tell me they did not buy those tickets.
So she didn't.
Oh, she didn't.
So this time she didn't. She felt worse, because of like the anxiety and the frustration of having that whole day. Like, she was just done. Like, she just came to the conclusion she's not going to see her live. Yeah. Meanwhile, her husband was on his phone buying her floor tickets at triple the price they had been earlier.
First of all, mad props to the dude. Like completely honest, it's just like, that is too fucking expensive for tickets. I'm a musician. I love concerts. I go to concerts all the time. I love it. I love the experience, but I don't think it's worth that much money. And
I mean, she's been someone who's been a diehard Taylor Swift fan. Like, I've known her since we were in high school, but like, she's a mother. She has 2 kids. They have to worry about mortgage and stuff. So she's feeling pretty guilty about this. But she asked him, like, why would you do this? And he said, you have been a loyal fan. You did all you could all day to get these tickets. You know all her songs. You know her whole life. There's no one who deserves this more than you. And, she's obviously, like, continued feeling guilty about the money that they spent. Yeah. And really, really mad just about how, like, everything went down. Like, she could have had the same tickets at a much, smaller price. And so it just doesn't feel fair to her. But she is a diehard Swiftie fan, and so I'm happy that she's getting the tickets, but it's ridiculous. Like, I personally would never buy resale tickets just because I hate, as a collector and as someone who, like, loves to have things, like, it's so frustrating when it's like, I could have had this at the price that it was worth. Like, not saying that it might be worth more, right? But the idea of having to pay, like, the artist
triple the price.
Yeah, the artist chose this price for a reason, and you're doubling it. It's not the artist doubling it. It's some robot out there who bought it just before you. Why? Because Ticketmaster allowed it.
Yeah, but God damn it, this sucks. Like, I honestly, I don't think anybody is worth $800 to see for fucking 2-3 hours. Wow. Like, assuming they play that long, maybe 2 hours. Like, how much would you pay? Like, what's the max you pay for a concert?
Like $600. So
who did you go see for $500?
Celine Dion. So, okay, I literally worship, no offense to Taylor, because this is a Taylor Swift episode, but I worship the ground Celine Dion walks on. Like, 4-year-old Sylvia was out there jamming to treat her like a lady and tell him with Barbara Streisand, like, I love Celine Dion. And this was a culmination of like years of me wanting to see her and not having, not having adult money. And then she was doing her residency at Las Vegas for a really, really long time. And when her husband Renee passed away, she really just wasn't ready to tour. And so Courage was like that big tour after, because Renee was like her producer and everything. Like, he was her whole life. And so this was like her first big tour. And I was like, oh my God, I'm an adult with adult money. So I was like, I'm dropping what I got to drop. I went to go see that concert alone and it was perfection. But let me tell you, like.
Wait, did you go to Vegas alone?
No. So I didn't do Vegas. I did. So once her
residency
ended, she took, her husband passed. She took a break. She came to Houston and she hadn't been in Houston since like 2000, like early thousands. So now with my adult money, I was like, I'm going. And I went by myself because like, who else is going to, realistically, who else is going to drop that much money on a show, right? Yeah. But I was really, really anxious about that show because, well, I wasn't. But looking back at it, I'm like, dude, it happened right when COVID happened. And if they would have canceled that show, like, I would have been so heartbroken. Yeah. I would have just, so, like, I can understand, like, this, like, frustration because like, if you love an artist that much to have something like a pandemic or, like, something as stupid as, like, a resale prices, like, stop you from seeing them. Because COVID did stop me from seeing Halsey. She had to reschedule her tour to the following year. And then by then she had gotten pregnant and just like she wasn't able to do her tour. So I was so mad and so frustrated because I love Halsey. But I got to see her in Dallas this year, so it's okay. But yeah, like I can just someone who loves Taylor Swift that much, and then all the work that you put into trying to get these tickets when it should be easy. You're given the access code. And then, like, to not even be able to get any, and then, like, yes, her husband saved the day, but, like, at 3 times the price, it's insane.
Yeah, no, I like I said, once again, I've been to a million shows. Like, I went to Vegas, my show the festival got canceled. It didn't hit me as hard because I go to them often, you know?
But have you seen those artists before? The ones that were
the only one I hadn't seen was Michael McRoman.
Okay.
You know? And that was my main reason to go, but I hate it's just like trust me, as the lyricist, as someone like you, I memorized everything, you know. It's like it means the world to me too. Like I understand like whenever the song connects with you, but I still couldn't justify paying that much for that. It's freaking ridiculous. Like you guys, it's like you said, it's a freaking cult, you know. And it's God, it's a big ass bottle. It's just hard for me to justify like any. Oh my God, dude, that's a lot.
No, isn't. I think this is about the same that we poured last.
No, it's not.
Oh well.
She's gonna get drunk by the end of this. Yeah. Well.
Not better.
Yeah, well, you guys, it's kind of crazy. You guys are a cult.
We are.
And there's no reasoning behind why anybody would pay that much to go see a concert when like there is not like one bit, because like it's a fun night, but in a week or two you're not gonna be telling everybody.
You will remember for the rest of your life. I can tell you that I remember so many of my shows. Like I remember my Celine Dion concert. It was wild.
How was it while you were alone?
Sir, I was right there. I saw those long, beautiful legs, and they were right there. And I was like, wow. And I was crying, and there were like all these old people next to me vibing with me. And it was jamming, but it was an experience, okay? But
yeah, me and Adrian went to go see Los Bookies whenever they had their reunion tour. And it was just like nothing but old moms and dads and tios and tias everywhere. It was really funny.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about going to that one, but again, it's just, I mean, Taylor Swift, yes. But dude, Bad Bunny's tickets were pretty insane too. Like,
Bad Bunny, like he's bigger. Like he's a fucking son compared to like Taylor. Like, don't get me wrong, she's gigantic. But Bad Bunny like transcends like rap, like really Latino music. It's not, they're not in there.
No, I'm just saying, like, those prices were pretty insane too.
No, but I'm trying to explain.
You're justifying Bad Bunny's prices.
Justifying Bad Bunny's because
it's Bad Bunny. Yeah. But no, okay. So I really hope that no moms are watching this. At the end of the day, it's all Ticketmaster. But hold on, I hope moms are not watching this, because there was this one meme that it's like, for those ticket prices, Bad Bunny better come in, like, you know, it's like, si tu novio no te el culo. I was like, he better be doing that to every girl on stage, because if I'm gonna pay those prices, that is the kind of treatment I want. and deserve.
Yeah, I love all those memes that were all like, they're like, who sold our house, and then they're like me at the Bad Bunny concert.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because look, I brought you one too.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it was that one there. He's like, who sold the house, and it's like me at the Taylor Swift concert.
I would do that. So
Yeah.
I mean, people have done this and today is the first day of the World Cup. People have done this for the World Cup. Like they've
Yeah.
you know, like temporarily, what do you like give the deed to someone and just to go? It was like for South Africa.
A mortgage on your house. Yeah.
I mean, justifiable and rightly so.
I don't think it is. I don't think like literally putting any kind of money that you don't have for stuff like this is
the
the
world
dumbest
could
decision
end tomorrow, but at least I have Taylor Swift today. That's deep.
No, it's not deep. Like for the prices that you could have bought a new car.
I don't need a new car. I just got a new car, which I have not met anyways.
You have some memes in here for us?
Yes. Well, let's talk about Taylor Swift. I have Taylor Swift cult memes.
Yeah.
And before I bring that up, so just slightly going back to the Ticketmaster thing, it's the fact that like Taylor Swift fans have been pissed off, and you don't piss off Taylor Swift fans.
With like any kind of freaking stan.
Yeah, like girls.
Like you talk mess about BTS, they come after you.
I will come after you.
You talk mess about Beyonce, the Beehive comes after you.
Yeah, like
it's just.
So they are very like someone posted.
And even guys, you say Eminem isn't the best rapper. All the white stans come after you.
Don't mess with Eminem.
You see,
I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm real shady. Okay, anyways, so this guy Eliman Abdelaman. Okay, I don't know. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to say that.
So you know who can write letters and make calls and stage sit-ins? Swifties can do it with a fountain pens, quill pens, and glitter gel pens. Do not fuck with us. And I was just talking about how like Taylor Swift has radicalized us into being anti-monopolies. Like they're all so angry they're gonna use glitter pens to write letters to Congress. But all right, let's discuss cults.
Yeah. Like Taylor Swift's next album is gonna be like a diss track to freaking Ticketmaster, but it's gonna be all depressive and stuff. And be like, but whatever. What else do you have for us? You said you want to talk more about it before I show you the memes, or what?
Oh no, that was. I'm just gonna talk about how she's radicalizing all of us. But yes, I wanted to talk about some funny memes. So there's this author called Amanda Montell, and she wrote a book called Cultish: The Language of Fanaticism. She wrote it last year. I have yet to read it, but I've been really excited for it because she just examines the way we view, like you think of cults as like that image that you're looking at right now. Like you think of cults as like this black robes and they're doing all these secret stuff, but then you think about like what things are actual cults in real life and like the way celebrities like and what we're saying, like with their fans, like
I don't think it's a cult. It's more like parasocial relationships.
I don't know, because so for example, Olivia Rodrigo, whenever she wrote like Driver's License, people came for Joshua Bassett and Sabrina Carpenter so hard to the point like Joshua Bassett was in the hospital for some kind of surgery he needed, like woke up and there's like all these hate messages about how he should die, and like people don't realize.
Why did he break Olivia Rodrigo's heart?
But people don't realize the extent of the words they're saying. Like, no one knew that he was in surgery. But can you imagine? Like, he's over here getting death threats over breaking Olivia Rodrigo's heart.
Yeah, that's such a good song, though.
I mean,
it's so well written.
But I do love that Sabrina Carpenter came for her because it's like, how are you like
after Olivia Rodrigo for a song she
for
wrote?
Her, but it was more like she came for the fans. Like, you guys are like, they started slut shaming Olivia Carpenter. Just all these things that they were saying about her. And it's like, you don't even know my story. You don't even know like my version. Like, and she talks about like, you know, I understand your version. I understand that you're coming from pain, but I didn't hurt you. I didn't do anything to you.
Yeah. But I don't even get it because the song doesn't really talk bad about her. Like it was. Well,
it doesn't, but the fans just
freaking psychos
landed.
Yeah. Oh, I mean Swifties. We're Colts. Swifties. Yeah. It's not. It's because it's not a cult. It's a parasocial dynamic, for sure. But it's not a cult. A cult has a leader. Like there's somebody.
Taylor Swift is our leader and our God, and we swear by Taylor Swift.
Well, she's not the one leading these.
Well, isn't she? Yeah.
So that's
she's not shutting us down.
That's what all these are.
Yes, all those movies, and then there's just all these like funny little comments like, "Are the Swifties okay?" Just the way they're. I've been seeing all these like conversations about like, oh, all the times that Taylor Swift has had midnights, and then this person was like, Taylor is going to be 12,000 days old when Midnights is released on Friday. 12,000 exactly. Like how a clock has 12 numbers. You know, like midnight.
What is going on?
And then someone was like, 1 + 2 + 0 + 0 + 0 = 13. Her mind. And someone was like, that just equals 3. And then, like, because if you know Taylor, she's, like, very obsessed with the number 13.
No, I don't know anything about her. It's just like...
I got the wrong Oscar.
You got the
wrong multiverse.
Guru, yeah.
Well, Taylor Swift has a thing with the number 13. It was like her favorite number, and it was kind of crazy because that was my favorite number.
That's not really crazy. That's honestly like one of the most popular numbers in the world. Because
I said it was crazy because it was. Also
I'm trying to explain to you that being your favorite number is not really that crazy.
7 is my favorite number, and then 13,
that's also not really. You literally said like the lucky number, and the bad luck number. And
oh my god, this is strong.
I told you poured too much.
Whoa.
But my point being, those are not lucky. Those are not like oh wow, she likes the number 7. So does half of the world.
Well, my birthday is on the 7th, so that's why I like the 7th.
Know how many people are born on the 7th?
Anyways, I like odd numbers. I have a thing against even numbers. And when I was little, I used to think the numbers were personalities, and so like 4 and 5 were in love, and 3 was the jealous ex.
You're gonna start your own like horoscope thing, but there is numerology already. Never mind.
There is, yeah. Dante Alighieri used to practice like he was very big on like 3s and 9s and
another group of psychos. And why do you always subscribe to like these crazy cults and stuff? Like
I am in a cult. I would totally make a good cult leader, but actually, I think Oscar would make a really good cult leader. We were talking about that earlier.
I would, yeah. And you guys can all join. We have brunch on Sundays. It'll be really nice,
It's very Lord of the Rings. It's like 3rd, 2nd, 4th breakfast,
Well, if you guys want to join, just hit the subscribe button. That's the best way to follow us.
Yes,
and I think we took. You made me take some buzz quiz.
Yes, I did. But just really quickly, they are subscribing to the Unqualified Gurus.
Oh.
Sadly, there is no qualified gurus just yet. I mean, we're qualified.
Yeah,
but if you like this particular video, we can keep making
the qualified
videos,
gurus. Hard-hitting topics.
Yes, Taylor Swift all the way. We can talk about all sorts of cults. There's so many things I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
But all right.
I'm actually writing the book about the cult.
He is. Mm-hmm. Is that the one with the questionable first name?
It's not questionable. You're the only one questioning it. Look, you made me take some buzz quizzes.
Alrighty. So the first quiz was, let's find out which midnight song you are in your soul. Which one are you, Oscar?
Yeah, so I got yours right here. Is this one it?
Yes.
You want to talk about yours first?
Right. So I am Karma. Karma is a cat purring in my lap because it loves me. You and Karma vibe like that.
You showed me this song earlier today. And I really like the Karma is a cat line. I thought it was really funny. I was just paying attention and I didn't know what to expect. And I like that.
I love this. Like, I love when Taylor makes songs acknowledging her crazy or acknowledging her drama and like the way the public sees her. And like, this might not be about Kanye or whatever, right? But just like,
I don't think so. I think Kanye's happened after.
Yeah, it's over. But
everything should have already been recorded by then.
But when she did like the whole, oh, look what you made me do, like when she pulls out the receipts and that, like, is it that one? Yeah, when she pulls out the receipts and just all these like different moments in her videos where she like acknowledges all these things, like all the way Karma has like gotten to people who have fucked with Taylor Swift, and Karma's coming for Ticketmaster, obviously. But I love this song because I do believe in karma, and I do believe that what you put out there comes back to you 3 times, actually. It's a thing. It's a Wiccan thing. But you're a crystal ball.
We're hitting every group of like
seriously,
and they're all girl like super like dominant stuff, like
So yeah, but whatever you put out into the world, whatever energy, both negative and positive, will come back to you 3 times. And so I love this song.
I get the what goes around comes around, but I mean, what multiplies is it? Like,
well, just because life is kind of karma is a bitch, and so it intensifies it. Yeah. Either good or bad. And that's what you have to put good energy into the world.
Yeah. Well, I got Anti-Hero.
Because he is an anti-hero. I love it. That is actually my favorite song in the album is Anti-Hero, and I love it. But what is it telling you?
I also listened to it, and it says I should not be left to my own devices.
Yes.
And I'm an alcoholic, so it kind of makes sense.
See, my favorite line is whenever she's like, I have a dream my daughter-in-law kills me for the money. Oh, yeah. She thinks I left them in the will. It gives me like Knives Out vibes.
It does.
And I love it. I want to be rich one day and then like have someone kill me. No. And then like, jokes on you bitches, none of you in the freaking will.
It actually goes to her cat. The name Karma. Yeah. Yeah, well, right. I actually listened to the song. I thought the song was fine. I liked it.
What was your favorite song on the album, though?
Probably the Lavender one.
Lavender. Is it because of the color?
No, it's the vibe to it. Yeah, I didn't know. It's just like I like a lot of her older stuff, but I'm a huge like it's about the vibe. It's like the dream pop synth pop type of music, and this one seems like that. And then you sent me 4 quizzes. So the next one is ever wonder which type of Taylor Swift album perfectly describes you. So it's like there's no and ifs or buts. This is the perfect description of you.
And how many questions did you have to answer for this one? Do you remember?
This one had like 10 or something.
13.
Oh wow, the number.
So okay, do we read your result or mine?
You can go first.
Okay. So you're just like Fearless. You're honest, thoughtful, and kind. I am. You often find yourself daydreaming and getting lost in deep thought. You're nothing if not true to yourself. Just ignore every Unqualified Gurus episode I've ever been in. But yes, I am like very true to myself. Like I don't think that I'm very good at like, what is that? Like when you just say what comes to your mind, like I don't filter myself.
Yeah.
I really do like speak my mind and get myself into trouble sometimes. And I'm very genuinely myself. That being said, like I'm a mess.
But I mean, this is just like astrology, and everything's so vague that it can pretty much fit you in any kind of way you try to
But I think this is perfect.
Yeah, but it does. I feel you're fearless, so I get that. But the thing is, mine is folklore. It says you're just like folklore. You're original, introspective, and intelligent. You know what? These are correct.
They are.
It's like you spend a lot of time in your own head writing little stories. How do they know? And thinking about the world. That is so true. You're not afraid to try new things. Oh my God, yo.
Trying new drinks. Driving to Vegas.
Yeah, I know. It's just
it's literally you. I mean, and I'm looking at Fearless, like her Taylor's version. Like all of these songs, like Love Story, White Horse, oh my God. All of these songs are like a mood. But anyways, Folklore is from the song that I was referencing earlier. This Is Me Trying. That's from Folklore. What
songs are on Folklore?
This Is Me Trying. It's a very depressing one. Oh my God.
Which the singles that I might know.
Let's see. Folklore. Let's see. You might Cardigan. Hence my outfit. I'm wearing a cardigan. The Last Great American Dynasty. Ooh, Exile with Bon Iver. I don't know. No? Okay, we're going to have to...
I don't think I know any of that album.
We're going to listen to this album when we're done with this episode.
Yeah, so there was another test you made us take.
Yes. 2 of them were very, very similar. And it was related to Friends, because there is, in another universe, an episode of us discussing Friends.
Yeah. And I probably like it more on that on that universe.
Your taste in Taylor Swift songs will reveal...
Wait, who'd you get?
So this is the first quiz. This one's just your taste in Taylor Swift songs will reveal which Friends character you are. And so I got Monica Geller, which just top tier, like definitely for sure. Like Monica, you have a fierce personality and love to be organized. Oh my God. You'd rather settle down with one person than continuously date all of the wrong people. When you find the one, you'll know.
You know?
I agree. But the point is that when you find the one you know, and I know, I will know. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, it's about Monica being so anal about organization because, dude.
I just want to know, this thing doesn't really give you a song or anything to go with it.
It's just, who are you based? It asks you a lot about, like, your favorite songs from the different albums.
But there was 2 of them. What'd you get on the second one?
Okay, so the second one...
We
know which main Friends character you are based on the Taylor Swift songs you pick. And this one had a little bit more albums.
Yeah.
I am Chandler Bing.
I like how you got the couple.
You're usually the comic relief in every room you walk into. I am the joke. You like to make light of serious... I mean, were we laughing with Chandler or at Chandler or both? We were doing both. Anyways, you like to make light of serious tones and keep everyone laughing along with you. You're known for your humor and unfortunate bad luck. Yeah, very much. I love Chandler Bing. If I could date any fictional character in the world, like bring them to reality, it would be Chandler Bing.
I like Chandler. Him and Monica carried the whole show.
They
really did.
I want a relationship just like that. But without Monica, just Chandler. Speaking of his memoir is coming up soon.
Yeah. He got in a lot of heat because he talked shit about Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Well,
what did you get?
I got I got Rachel. Let's go. It says, like Rachel, you have a huge heart and always fight for what you believe in. You know, I hadn't actually read this. I just took the test, and it's like, you have such a great sense in style and independence and rarely let anyone step in your way.
So I do agree with that, but I do have to say, just like Rachel, were you on a break? What do you have to say to Danny?
It's not. You're so right. We were not on the break. There was nothing there.
There's so much pettiness, you guys. I'm just gonna tell them. So we are qualified. Just Oscar, he left something at his ex's house.
Oh, stop calling him my ex. He's my cousin.
And so we had to go pick it up.
And it's not even my ex. Jesus is his ex.
Right, but you guys are breaking up. You're here with me now. Jesus Christ. You're literally on a break with Danny, and you're here now.
People have never watched the episode. They don't know what's going on.
Anyways, guys, what's happening is he's Ross, not Rachel. I'm that other girl. Danny is Rachel. But because Rachel was out here flirting with someone he shouldn't have been flirting with. That's what happened.
And first of all, I'm on Ross's side. They were on the break, so
what you're doing right now.
Yeah, you wanna know what my second one was?
Yes. Oh God, was it Ross?
I got Rachel again.
Hey! What does it tell you this time?
It says, you are courageous and the bold person who isn't one to back down from risk, which is true. Which is true. I do complete all the challenges we have on this podcast. All right.
On the other podcast.
You made it through good times and bad times, and you're still strong enough. You're still strong as ever. Everyone who has ever met you instantly likes you, I hope, as they are attracted to your easygoing personality. Bam! Stop drinking that. You poured way too much.
Let me go get where's my... It's really funny because we were actually talking about this earlier. Oscar was showing off how many best friends, like how many people consider him his best friend.
Stop. This is like a very, like,
but
it's just me so conceited as hell. A lot of people call me the best friends. I have a lot of best friends.
No, but I think it's generally, like, you weren't doing it to show off. I mean, I think it's generally true. You have a really nice vibe. Like, you make people feel like you can be argumentative and, a little, like, there's an ego there.
Yes, you're right about that.
But you genuinely bring like this good vibe. Like, you make people feel safe. You make people feel welcome. I mean, like, literally the first time in that other universe when you were like, I have a podcast. Do you want to be on it? Like, and you were so welcoming. And even though we have our jokes about like me begging to be on the podcast, Oscar's always been very, very welcoming. And like the fact that he's doing this podcast episode with me, like, you ask Oscar something and he is down to do it. He's very, he's willing to give Rachel. Everything. Yeah. She's down to do a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, stop. Well,
like Joey.
Thank you for joining us on episode 1 of the Qualified Gurus. How'd you feel we did?
I think we did pretty good. I mean, we should continue this. Let's find other cool things to talk about. Yeah. I'm sure there's lots of discussions that we can have.
There's topics that... It's just, to be fair, like, we're running out of time on our segments, but... I always wanted Sylvia to be like the third guru. Like I've told her before. It's just like her perspective was.
No offense to the third guru.
Yeah, he knows. It is, the reality was we wanted a girl like in the mix because obviously me and Danny can't talk. Yeah, and me and Danny can like give the perspective for everybody, And everything's so easy going, and like obviously this flowed so naturally. It was great. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys felt like y'all learned something about Live Nation. Fuck Live Nation.
Yes.
All right.
Please subscribe to Taylor Swift. To the Qualified Guru.
Peace.
Peace.
Out.